Hello from the Stanford Historical Society Oral History Program. We're going to demonstrate how to use the Zoom H1 handy recorder to record an oral history interview. We use the Zoom recorder for our interviews because it's inexpensive and easy to use, and most importantly, because it records in WAV format. WAV is an uncompressed audio format that is great for archival purposes. Before you start recording, first make sure that your settings are correct. Turn the recorder over and place the low cut switch to off, the auto level switch to on, and the recording format to WAV. All set? Great. Now it's time to turn the recorder on. The power switch is located on the right edge of the recorder, right next to the USB port. Place your finger or thumbnail on the switch and, using a sliding motion, move it down toward the bottom end of the recorder. You'll need to hold the switch in the downward position for a few seconds. While you are doing that, rotate the recorder so you can see the screen on the front. As the recorder powers on, you'll see the screen light up with the words "Hi," and then it will say "Card Access." Once you see those words on the screen, you can let go of the power switch. To record an interview, simply press the red button on the front of the recorder. Okay, those are the basics, but I'd like to give you some more information. After you turn the recorder on, you'll notice some pretty interesting information on the display screen. In the center of the screen, you'll see a series of numbers. This is how much recording time you have available. You see here I have about 2 hours and 22 minutes of recording time available on the micro SD card, which is the type of media that the Zoom H1 uses. On the left-hand side of the display, you'll see 2 sound meter bars. These indicate your audio levels. They should be moving up and down as they register the sound in the room. Note, these bars will move up and down even when you are not recording, so don't let them fool you. They show that the recorder's mics are ready to go, but by themselves they do not indicate that you are recording. At the top of the display screen, you'll also see some smaller numbers that indicate the sample rate and bit depth at which you are recording. There's different options here. It might read 44/16, 44/24, 48/16, etc. At our oral history program, we prefer the 44/16 setting. If these numbers read something other than 44/16, you can use the double arrow keys on the right-hand edge of the recorder to move to the desired setting. Once the display says 44/16, just press the red button on the front of the recorder to secure the setting. Finally, at the top right of the display is your battery life indicator. When you start your interview, make sure the indicator has 3 bars, or a full battery, so you don't run low in the middle of the interview. If you need to change the battery, just flip the recorder over and slide open the battery compartment. Now you're ready to start recording. Make sure that the recorder's microphones, those silver things at the top end of the recorder, are facing toward your interviewee. When you're ready to go, just press the red button on the front of the recorder. It's simple, but you need to verify that you're actually recording. If you are really recording, you should see 3 things. Number 1, the red light on the front of the recorder, the rec peak light, should be glowing a solid red. Number 2, the sound meters should be moving up and down. And number 3, the large numbers on the display should be steadily increasing, indicating the amount of time that you've been recording. If you don't see these 3 indicators, then something is wrong. Try pressing the record button again. If nothing happens, verify that you haven't accidentally placed the recorder in hold mode. Look at the power switch on the right edge of the recorder and make sure it has not accidentally been pushed up to the hold position. We always advise our interviewers to conduct a sound check before proceeding with the interview. To conduct a sound check, press the record button and have a short conversation with your interviewee. We like to ask people what they've had for breakfast. Make sure that both of you get a chance to speak. When you're done, press the red button again to stop recording. To play back your test recording, turn the recorder on its side and press the playback button. This is the one on the center of the controls that has a forward arrow and a double bar symbol underneath the word mark. When you press this playback button, you should be able to hear the track that you just recorded. It might sound a little faint. You can hold it up to your ear, adjust the volume controls on the left edge of the recorder, or even better, use a pair of earphones plugged into the earphone jack if you're having trouble hearing. You just want to make sure that both voices can be heard. If you can't hear one person, first check that you have the auto levels turned to on, or you might need to reposition the recorder or move a bit closer to it. Now this is important. When you're done listening to your sound check recording, you need to exit playback mode. To do this, you need to press the red record button again. This is sort of counterintuitive, but you need to do it in order to exit playback. Once you've performed a successful sound check, you're ready to go. Press the red button to begin recording, and don't forget to look for the 3 indicators: the red light, the sound bars, and the steadily increasing numbers. When you're finished, or if you need to take a break, press the red button again. When you're done with the interview session, turn off the recorder by sliding the power switch down until you see the display screen say goodbye. Thanks for watching, and thanks for doing oral history.